Back to the book. Together with several wounded, we dragged ourselves onwards until, exhausted and shattered, we finally reached the ruins of rubble of northern Stalingrad city area. So now he's actually was retreating back to Stalingrad itself. What travails did fate still hold in store for us? Death, whom I'd faced more often and closely in recent days than ever before, was still refusing me. But his trusted companion for many weeks, hunger, was tormenting me with tenacious power, slowly making me ripe for the end. And Frost, the third murderer in the trio, had also bitten me by now, as the constant stabbing pains in some of my limbs warned me. Separated from our staff, our group of officers found shelter in a dark, dirty cellar, while our men went to ground in a neighboring pile of rubble. This was to be the end of our flight and our last quarters. The army had once again addressed itself to OKH, and pointing adamantly to the catastrophic situation, had asked for immediate permission to surrender, which might possibly prevent still complete dissolution and total disaster. Hitler's answer had been a steely no. Forbid surrender, Hitler had radioed into the pocket on 25 January. The army will hold its position to the last man and bullet. Can you imagine being that freezing, hungry, tortured by the enemy at your back, and you got some guy in a nice... ridiculous.
Mm. And it's one thing to be like, yeah, we're going to the last man, the last bullet, and it's this big war, but it lasts, I don't know, a week, not even a week, like that one big last stand, and we're going to fight to the death. That's one thing. And I dig it. And that's, but just weeks and weeks and weeks of just slowly dying of starvation and sickness. And that's way different. It's way different to try to fight till the last man and the last bullet in that scenario.
Yeah, especially because they all kind of know that there's no strategic advantage to what they're doing.
Even worse.